Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to the last con vlog video. For this one, we are going to talk about the con, my overall opinion of it, and some tips on how you can do cons, or if you want to do them. First up, my stories for this one. Really, my story for this one would rank into the fact that, oh boy, this has been both the biggest purchasing, autographs, and pictures day. I took more pictures, bought more merchandise, and got more autographs than any of the others in the 4 days I've had. With that said, the purchases of today can be going up and about. First up, we're going to start with the mediocre stuff. First up, I got another pin for another convention a little later down the road. I'm really happy about that purchase, and I'm looking forward to actually using it. I also got an Attack on Titan patch with the Rings of Freedom because, honestly, I love that patch. And I already have another one, and now I have two of them. Hooray! Next up, we're gonna go with the merchandise, with the autographs. I got an autograph from an anime voice actor known as Brendan Hunter. He's not done all that much, but he's done a few things, and it's okay by me. I also got an autograph from Anthony Daniels, aka C3PO. And I got my personal picture that I got yesterday signed. That was awesome. No, you will not get to see it. I also got an autograph from Garrett Wang, who played Harry Kim on Star Trek Voyager. And something I just noticed is he signed it with best wishes. Well, I didn't notice that until just now. Oh boy. And finally, for our autographs today, which this one I'm going to include is a photo op. I got a photo op with Bill Paxton of Aliens lore and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's a spoiler character, so I can't talk very much about him. Sorry, but that's about all you'll get from me. Also, I bought a deck of Persona Arcana cards. Now, you'd have to have played Persona 3 and 4 to really know what these are. But for those who watch them, I now have every single Arcana card in existence, plus some cards exclusive to the game's mechanics. Yes, I am super happy about that. It's awesome that I now have all 21 Arcanas with me. Freaking awesome. Next up we have... Let's see here. Oh yes, I bought one final soundtrack for the day. Today's soundtrack? Attack on Titan. Sadly, I don't think it includes the opening ending. But hell, I still got Attack on Titan's soundtrack, which was fairly cheap, honestly, and I was expecting it to be a lot more. But there you go. Back in soundtrack was the same price. Not Persona 3 though, that was expensive. And next up, I got two more wall scrolls. This time we got Code Geass, another one I was looking for, and an Attack on Titan one. That's freaking awesome. And probably on screen you will see at least the picture of the poster I got. You won't see the poster itself. Sorry, not today. Maybe in the future. Next up, before I get to anime DVDs I purchased for today. Now, I got a bit of a story with this one. I was looking for Steins Gate Part 1 today, and they were sold out the moment I got there, and apparently they were just sold out. I missed out by literal minutes. This sucks. However, as penance for it, I got a Makase Kirisu figurine, which personally I think made it much more worth it. I now have Makase Kirisu, along with some of my other memorabilia of anime. And Lancelot. Yay! And finally, the anime DVDs I purchased for today. I purchased 4 anime DVDs, 3 of which are related to each other, 1 of which is not. The first one I'm going to talk about is Amagami SS's Volume 2, Season 1. Honestly, this was an awesome buy, and I was just extremely happy with it. It's like, yes, I finally have the entirety of it all. Yes! Also, also on DVDs, I bought the rest of the Madoka Magica series, volumes 2 and 3. I now own the entire series of Madoka Magica, thanks to this weekend. I may not have gotten Steins Gate, but hell, I got Madoka Magica, so I'm happy. But that's not even the best part. No, the best part of the DVDs and Blu-rays was by far Madoka Magica Movie 3 Rebellion, imported from Japan, that just happened to be there, and I had no idea it was there. And when I saw it, I'm like, no. If I see this again, and if it's there, I'm buying it. And, lo and behold, I bought it. The most expensive thing I bought at the convention, but oh, so worth it. Lastly, next up, my overall experience at the convention. This was fun. Conventions are extremely fun to go to if you know what you're doing. If you don't, yeah, you can be pretty... It's confusing at first, but I'd say get used to it and try it more than once. Even if you've had a bad experience with them. They're a lot of fun, and you get to dress up. Hell, I dressed up as a Jedi frickin' Knight. That was awesome. And now I'm going to do some tips about going to cons, just in case some of you guys might want to go to a convention sometime. 1. For preps, I have 2 steps. 1. Save up your money. Believe me when I say this, cons are expensive. You can find merchandise there that you probably won't be able to easily find anywhere else. Merchandise like these include anime DVDs that are potentially not there anymore, like stuff from Bandai or other things. I got Cowboy Bebop in a previous convention, and that's, at least for the moment, is only recently was licensed by Funimation, and at the time was unlicensed, so getting that DVD was kind of awesome. I also happen to have Code Geass Season 2 because of the same reason. Although not because of convention, I just happened to find it one day. So, bad example, but you get my drift. You'll find rare stuff there. You'll also potentially get autographs and photo ops, depending on who's there. Again, these cost money. And we're talking serious dough. We're talking autographs can cost anywhere between $20 to over $100. And no, I'm speaking from experience. Money is a key essential. You need to almost save up an entire year beforehand. Start preparing your convention 1 year before, and then continue on from there. Step number 2 for prep. Make notes of your schedules. Most cons are nice and they'll be on weekends. So for weekends, you should be fine. If you're in school, I started around junior high school going to cons. So I've been to cons for a very long time, and you can potentially go there like that. However, if you're working, make sure your con and your work coincide with each other and they won't interfere with the other. Also, I probably recommend you don't go to a con right after or before work, because that can be kind of problematic, and because of stuff I'll mention in a few minutes. So definitely make sure you coincide. My recommendation, if they do coincide and you can go to a convention alright, would be to get a full weekend pass, because even though they're a little more expensive, you get to go for all 4 days and experience it all for 4 days. I recommend that the best. I also recommend VIP if you got the money, but if you don't, 4-day will work best. However, if your schedules do not coincide, maybe only get a 1-day pass. That's your best bet, in my opinion. Also for preps, I almost forgot to mention was that for money, I recommend a range between $200 to $500. Yeah, $200 won't get you too much at a convention, but it'll get you enough, and you'll probably be still satisfied with it. But the more money you have, the more you can get. But also the price tag, it means you'll be more broke by the end of it. At the convention, recommendations. Number 1, have on-hand cash. Most places will not have card swipe things. Again, I know from experience. I do recommend, however, that you don't just have I do recommend you still keep cards like debits or credits, because you get the rarest place that might accept them. Though most cons will usually be cash only. Always have cash on hand. And if you're going for, if you're only going for autographs, definitely have cash only. They won't take credit cards or debits or anything of the sort. Second up, this one's a little more sneaky and is potentially breaking some rules. Always have water and food on hand. Bring it from home if you need to. Conventions can get really hot. You'll be there for several hours, and you'll need something to eat/drink after a while. I always recommend you get water. Water especially is your best bet for reason number 3. You will be doing a lot of walking. In this convention alone, I am very surprised I don't have blisters on my feet for how much walking I've done. Is it worth it? Yes. But man, is it not easy for that reason. Another tip I'd like to give, always take breaks in between. Conventions can be kind of stressful because of various reasons. Always make sure you're able to take a break. Again, I've learned this the hard way. This convention I had not a lot of time to take breaks, and I've regretted it. Though I did get some pretty cool stuff because of it. And finally, my final recommendation, have fun. Conventions aren't made for fun's sake. They're made so you can enjoy them, so you can buy these stuff, so you can meet people. I always recommend, that is the most important thing. Have fun at conventions. I can't stress that enough. And I really hope that I at least convinced one person to try out some conventions. Anyways, that's all from me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and I'll see you guys next time.